And as a referee chains the door closed, you are locked into the Steel Cage Lounge. And the only way out is over the top. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Steel Cage Lounge. I am your co-host for the evening. I am the only original tribal chief of the Steel Cage Lounge. I am the provider, the head of the table, the Sicilian Savage. I am the doctor. And joining me shortly will be the main event himself. And ladies and gentlemen, main event Shane Uso is in your city.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, ugly, out of shape, Steel Cage Lounge shitbags, keep the noise down while my brother and I wax poetic for the next 90 minutes and I take my tank top off and showcase this six-pack I just got now. What's up, Doc?
What's up, Shane?
It is hotter than a motherfucker, but I am loving life, my friend.
Welcome to the Steel Cage Lounge, where we know what the fuck we're doing.
You goddamn know it. You know we know.
I got to take this volume back down again. Hold on a second. There we go.
I know that you know that we know what the fuck we're doing.
So once again, as you can hear, I'm here in Daily Plaza.
Nice.
Not even the crickets are left.
Jeez. Boy, they jump ship quick, don't they?
I know. But according to Cage Match, the best promo cut this week was by Toni Storm and not by John Cena. How the fuck that's possible? I have no idea.
Well, we've got some brain damaged folks out in the world these days, my friend.
Yeah, these guys I'm listening to on the Discord here while I'm watching NXT.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy said, what has AEW done with Josh Alexander since he signed, 3 months ago?
I didn't even realize he signed.
And somebody said, he was in a 12-man tag team match in Mexico City. He goes, and the one guy said, so they're paying him to basically stay home and work out.
Pretty much.
And then the other guy said, no, I'm gonna cut this conversation off. I don't want to cause any tribalism.
Oh Lord.
Is
he British by any chance?
This guy is not.
Okay.
British. No, he's not. I know who you're talking about. I was listening to. I was their feed cut out, and I was listening to a different feed. So
gotcha.
I know who you're talking about. I ran into that guy tonight too. So
yeah. Yeah, they rarely want the smoke, which is ridiculous. Invite it. Embrace it.
What have we had? So far, we had Trick Williams retain his TNA title against Josh Briggs.
And I'll tell you what, that was actually a very good match. Briggs is hitting very hard lately. Like I compared him to a younger, faster JBL a couple weeks ago on the show here. A great showing by Briggs, man. I'm really glad they're showcasing him now.
That's good. You're heaping praise on that, because then the next match was probably even better. That's actually where I came in tonight. Tavion Heights and Javon Evans. Oh yeah, they've got some talent, and they've got something in Javon Evans, and they got something in Tavion Heights too. But they put on a banger, as Tavion could not beat Javon Evans, although Tavion Heights was channeling his best Sultan from 1997 WWE.
I fucking love that analogy. Absolutely, man. I ever since that run in Japan with Tavion, man, I've been on that train. Excellent showing by Tavion. Javon, just breathtaking as always, man. They, like you said, they've got two diamonds in the rough here.
And let's see. Then after that, the returning Ricky Saints. The vocal cords are healed. He defeated Ashante the Adamus, and then got, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, Pearl Harbored.
Yes.
By Ethan Page. Ethan Page ran the video on the Tron and then attacked from behind.
Yeah, that was very interesting because the video paused. So it made you wonder, oh, wait, is there a snafu? No, it was actually done by design. So that was a little different. I did like that.
And then for the Heritage Cup, Noam Dar is injured again.
Yes, unfortunately. The guy can't catch a break.
I unfortunately feel that Noam may be in the next round of releases.
Sadly, yes. And Lash will be the only remaining member of the Metaphor.
So, new Heritage Cup champion was crowned tonight. Stax Channing Lorenzo outlasted Tony D'Angelo due to another snafu by Luca Cristiano, and your new Heritage Cup champion is Channing Stax Lorenzo. And you have an interesting theory.
Yes, as Doc and I were chatting, pre-show, as you guys know, we're big NXT files here. My theory is when Stax was booked for this match last week, it was said that it was already done by his consigliere. So to which Tony looked at him as to say, what the fuck? So I said to Doc, what if his consigliere is none other than Rizzo, my ex-wife?
Oh, man.
Could you imagine? Because Tony just snapped on Luca here. He cracked him. He said, I don't need you and I don't need you. And as he pointed to the hard cam. So just imagine he's about to lose it all. Think about it. It the shoe fits.
Let's see here. Are Uriah Connors and Cale Dixon going to walk out of class for the second week in a row? Or
they're the Beavis and Butthead to Chase's Van Driesen here.
Oh, my God.
He's telling him, sit your fucking ass down.
You can sit your fucking ass down.
Look at this. They pushed for months to bring back Chase U, and they're walking out again. To quote Brad Maddox, they're a bunch of selfish pricks.
Yeah. Yeah, second week in a row. They're walking out. Unbelievable.
The fuck is this? See, now Chase, PTSD kicking in again. Bunch of jerks. They should be in detention. Scholarship should be pulled. Pull the NIL. Hit the transfer portal. Whatever you can think of.
All right, next week, number one contenders match. It's Jasper Troy versus Inamura.
Hell yeah.
Winner faces Obafemi at the Great American Bash.
Oh. And I have a bone to pick with that motherfucker.
Which one?
Miles Bourne.
Oh.
You son of a bitch. Sitting there talking. Oh, I'm a big Gators fan. Oh, I got such a rush when you guys planted the flag at Florida State. Go fuck yourself. Fuck off.
Miles Bourne is off the Shane Uso bandwagon. Joe Hendry versus Wes. They need to update Wesley's picture. He has a much bigger afro now.
Right? Yeah. Doing a disservice to the former two-time North American champion.
This is a fatal four-way to determine who's going to face JC Jane.
Yes, sir. At Evolution.
So Lash. Oh yeah, that's right. They determined it last week. It's Lash, Jada, Jordan, and
Miss Parker.
I said Jada. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Miss Parker, Izzy, Lash, and Jordan.
Izzy. That's right. Izzy.
Yep. Her videos with Braun Breaker are actually growing on me. They're pretty funny.
Whose page is that on?
I believe it's on Izzy's.
It's on Izzy's. All right.
Miss Parker looking super hot this evening. Yeah, so the winner gets JC at Evolution, and so far that's the only match announced for Evolution, and we're, 3 weeks out?
We can guess. we already we already you can already guess that we're gonna get Julia and Zelina.
We're actually getting that this Friday.
Then we'll probably get the return match.
Yes.
We'll probably get a triple threat for the Intercontinental title between Becky, Bayley, and Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably get, like I said, my guess now is what did I say? Without Liv now, it's not going to be Nikki and Roxy. It'll probably be Roxy and Raquel.
Yes.
Against Nikki and her mystery partner, which everyone will assume is going to be Brie. But can you imagine that arena if the lights dim and you hear the doctor will see you now?
Oh, man. Holy crap. I would not mind that one bit. I know there's a lot of interest on WWE's side with Britt Baker. God, make it happen if it's possible.
Yeah, that depends. Is Tony going to keep her for another year or longer than that? Just make her sit on a shelf because he's a whiny little bitch.
Woo! Man, I just never understood that. If these guys request their release, just do it. You're not doing anything with them. It's not doing, you're the promoter on a contract, blah, blah, blah. I can hear you already, but look, if you don't, realistically, what's WWE going to do with her? If you truly look at the roster, is it really what's it going to do?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm sure. Where would she fit it? Probably SmackDown.
More than likely, yeah, because there's not a whole hell of a lot going on in that division. It's basically like a four woman show that you see right now, maybe 5 or 6. So
yeah, she'd be a good U.S. champ.
I agree completely.
Yeah, she'd be a good U.S. champ. Although it's it's rough sometimes when we watch, and it's not as bad as it was when Vince was, when they get called up for NXT and they just flounder around until they find a niche. What are you laughing at?
Hi, Cross. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. See Cross, carrying. Yep.
Oh my God, Cross is in a big Cross really is in a big program with Sami Zayn.
I'm so happy for him, dude. Like, honestly.
I hope Sammy puts him over, because Sammy beating Cross is not going to help Sammy.
Exactly. It does nothing to advance the story.
What is it going to do? It's just status quo.
Exactly. Unless they want to appease the crowd that it's going to be in front of, which the only thing I could think of, but Mansois did win what the greatest Royal Rumble, was it? Or
the greatest Royal Rumble was Braun Strowman.
Oh, it was Strowman. Okay, or he won. What did he win over there? It was some type of battle royal. It was like one of the first battle royals they did, right?
Who did you say?
Mansois.
Oh, yeah, he won some battle royale a couple of years later. Yeah, they remember they would just bring out they would bring out Mansoor once a year when they would go to Saudi Arabia. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he was the Saudi Arabian Goldberg.
The Saudi Arabian Goldberg
came out, cleaned house, left.
But yeah, it's like, we could find so many examples of people that just floundered on the main roster, and either they got released or they eventually found their niche. But look at Lyra and Roxy, both came up, and they're both they both found a spot immediately.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And if we could add Miss Stephanie to that list too, man, she just hit the ground running.
Stephanie and Julia, Stephanie and Julia basically had a pit stop in NXT. What is Zarya and Sol Ruka are abducting? Why? Who was Tatum out there with?
Izzy.
She's out there with Izzy, and then we just had a shot of JC Fallon and Jasmine with shrugging from the toxic lounge. I'm like, what is going on here, man?
Jesus, I love it.
Oh, okay. While we're a commercial here, we're talking about Sammy and
Commercial, what's that?
oh yeah, we're talking about Sammy and Cross. But before we get to that, we have
Yes.
Friday Night SmackDown from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
It's a banger.
There was a dark match.
Oh, who was it?
Ryan Mitchell lost to somebody that goes by the name of Hikuleo.
He's here.
He's there.
Yes.
He's there. I thought he would show up on Friday. I guess he's showing up on Saturday.
Yes. Jacob and Solo.
Yeah, but to help Solo beat Jacob, I'm guessing.
More than likely.
Yeah, or maybe do the Big Show finish where he actually accidentally causes Jacob to win. Okay, so we were determining King of the Ring finalists here. Opening match, Asuka defeated Alexa Bliss to make it to the Queen of the Ring finals, and Randy Orton defeated Sami Zayn. Charlotte Flair beat Chelsea Green by submission. The finish of that match, I thought Piper Niven broke Charlotte Flair in half.
That looked rough.
Oh
my
rough.
gosh.
And then she grabbed her knee and the ref was trying to call it off. I'm like, oh no, don't tell me that Charlotte got hurt again.
Yeah, it was funny too because Piper actually addressed it on her X account and she said, sometimes things happen. I just didn't hit her hard enough.
Man, it was just like, and then they had like the Mortal Kombat finish where they went to the X-ray and you see the spine snap. I mean, oh my God.
Great analogy. I love that.
Well, for those of you that didn't see it, Charlotte was up in a figure eight, where she does the bridge, and Piper Niven just came in and senton right on her abdomen.
Yeah, that shit looked like it hurt.
Oh my God. And then LA Knight defeated Bronson Reed by disqualification. And then in your main event, R-Truth defeated John Cena by disqualification when John Cena hit him in the head with a belt. And then CM Punk came down and they brawled back down to the ring where CM Punk went through a table. And something happened after the match, and I will get back to that. Meanwhile, on Monday Night Raw from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, Braun Breaker defeated Penta. That was a 14-minute match.
Wow. The end, though. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, he speared him out of a. He speared him out. What did I call it the other night? Out of a. What was he? He was doing like some reversal, and Braun just speared him out of the air.
Yes, he sent Penta to the nether realm. Holy shit!
Penta turned into Noob Saibot.
Yes, good God in heaven. Yeah, there's two types of people in this world, Oos. There's Steiners, and there's people who get destroyed by Steiners.
Yeah. Jade Cargill defeated Roxanne Perez. She will face Asuka to determine who will be the Queen of the Ring. Hopefully Asuka gets a better match out of Jade because the end of that match was a mess.
Yeah, that was a little rough too. You kind of feel bad for Roxy. And a fun fact: Roxy actually helped train Jade when she first signed on to the WWE. So it was kind of like student meet and teacher there. It was a nice little moment, and maybe Roxy channeled her inner Andre Chase, and at the end became a teachable moment.
A teachable moment. Becky Lynch defeated Bayley by DQ when Lyra decided she couldn't take any more from getting hit while observing the match. So that will probably set up that triple threat. And your 20-minute main event finisher. By the way, when using this information on this site, please include the link to the page or homepage, profightdb.com. Your 20-minute main event, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso put on a banger and QB1 is facing QB2 for the King of the Ring. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Another student meets the teacher match.
Yes, absolutely love that. We're getting a Joe Montana versus Steve Young moment here for those that are NFL fans. But that is probably the one match I am most looking forward to at Night of Champions.
Everybody's down in this match right here.
Oh,
Good promos. I didn't hear the Seth Rollins promo, but I heard it was very good.
Oh, it was excellent. Seth actually contradicted the fans. He basically said, "You guys don't know what you want. You're out here singing my song, then you're chanting for CM Punk, then you're chanting for Cody Rhodes, and you're chanting for this. You have no idea what you want. The only thing that would have been the icing on that chocolate cake would have been, and then you come out and say, what? Like the lemmings that you are." But yeah, no, it was one of Seth's better promos. Excellent.
Yeah, even the Gunther promo was good, where he apologized to Goldberg's wife and son for what he had to do to him.
Oh, I enjoyed both of those promo by him and Goldberg. Gunther had that fire in his eyes, man. I did not see that. In the build up to Jey Uso, I did not see that ever since he did. Actually, but the beginning of this year, I haven't seen fire like that in Gunther, so it's been really nice to see. So on top of that, you've got Goldberg coming out. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Like, God damn it! Like, if you guys know, I'm a huge Goldberg fan. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I couldn't give two shits. I enjoyed Goldberg's run. I knew what it is.
He's a
Pro
Goldberg
wrestling.
mark.
I'm a Goldberg fan, sir. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all marks if you think about it. So yeah, it's contradictory, but I mean, it's pro wrestling. You got to suspend your belief. You got to, you find that one thing and you run with it and you enjoy it. I enjoyed Goldberg's run, man. But Gunther's going to win, but whatever. As long as I get to see a spear, I don't give a shit.
Oh, how about the revisionist history last night?
What part?
When they showed Goldberg's debut on Nitro and the people were chanting Goldberg.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
I remember that match distinctly.
Uh-huh.
And the people weren't doing anything because they didn't know what they were looking at.
Exactly. You are 1,000%. And I also remember at the end, the reception was mild. Everyone did not go crazy, but
Right. It was just okay. All right. Some guy beat Hugh Morris. Oh,
right.
That's it.
Yeah. It was. Oh, it's an upset. But I would say after his third appearance on Nitro, that's when everyone was starting to say, "Wait a second."
Like these guys beating people in like under a minute.
Right. Exactly. And he's using brute force doing so. And we get our 1, 2, 3. Kid.
Jordan Grace.
Yes.
Gets another shot at the NXT Championship.
At Evolution. Hey, we got a lot of events coming up, man. We even have the Great American Bash on the 12th.
Like Lash had Jada pinned, and Jordan jumped in and put the boots to the back, and then she hit the... What's that finisher called?
Oh, that's a good question. Right. I have a question, sir.
Real quick, I just wanted to point out that Jordan Grace's gear looks like Tila.
It does. That is an excellent observation. Holy shit. That is a good one.
And make your point before you forget it, and I will get back to what I was going to say.
Did Jasmine always have them things, or was I just not paying attention?
You're just not paying it. Jasmine always had those things.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm so far up Fallon's rear end. My bad. So okay.
Did you see? Is it Camille Menendez in her costume for Masters of the Universe next year?
I have not.
You have not? Okay.
No, I'm gonna Google that right now, sir.
Yeah, they did a good job of updating it. It's not shorts, it's pants, but they got the color scheme right. And I still haven't seen Idris Elba as Man at Arms.
Oh, he's Man at Arms?
Yeah, Idris Elba's Man at Arms. Oh,
that is badass.
you know who Skeletor is?
I do not.
Jared Leto.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, he's going to be fantastic. I'm kind of excited about that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the formula. I mean, they did the same. They're doing the same thing with the Superman movie.
Dude.
Because we don't, Corn Sweet is a upcoming star, and Nick Holt is a established actor who's playing Lex Luthor. So,
dude, she looks awesome. Holy shit.
Yeah, doesn't she look? Yeah, she looks much better than the last movie.
Oh, this is great. Oh my God. I kind of dug Frank Langella as Skeletor, though, in the OG one.
Oh, Frank Langella is a hell of an actor.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then at the end, his head comes out of the goo. I'll be back.
I'll be back. It's fucking great. Oh, my God.
I just realized I forgot to send you the link for the match, so I'm sending it to you right now.
Yeah, no problem.
They do have it.
We're good.
WWE does have this match posted on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But it's truncated.
Of course it is. Okay.
So I sent the link to the right one there. So
okay, I am on it.
But before we start that match, don't we need to talk about some gummies?
Oh yes, and I'm gonna do it very aggressive now because that's what we do here. So listen up, pencil neck geeks. Go over to Atlantis Nutrition. It's the official nutritional supplement provider of your boy El Campeon Shane Uso and my boy the Nightmare Doctor. You can get everything from tart cherry, sea moss, ashwagandha, hormonal balance, because a lot of you cucks need that out there, testosterone boosters, so your balls finally drop. I use the creatine gummies. Why? Because they're great for muscle building and they're great for recovery. I use this stuff. It's fucking fantastic. There's no reason. You don't even have to be in the gym to use creatine. It's great for your mental, Zeus. It helps your brain. Trust me on that. And it's not a trust me, bro. All you have to do is hit Google. Do you want to lift milk jugs your whole life, or do you want to bench 280 like your boy? So get your ass over to AtlantisNutrition.com, as the .com is implied. Use promo code OOS23 at checkout. Save yourself 10%. Then if you want some awesome shirts to go work out in the gym or just to hang out and bang out, go to Contenders Clothing. Get yourself a Rocky shirt. Man up. Wear that shit. Show that shit. Get some fucking boxer briefs. Top Gun. Why would you not? Because you're the Maverick in this bitch. South Park. The Boys. Cobra Kai. Yellowstone. We got it all, man. ContendersClothing.com/OOS24. Save 20% off your purchase. Don't be a bitch. Tell them the Steel Cage Lounge sent you.
I'm being agitated. I'm being attacked by every bug in Northeast Pennsylvania right now.
Well, you know why? Because you're just too sweet.
I'm sorry. I'm being attacked by every bug in Jacksonville right now because, as I said, I am at Daily Play.
Let's see.
A quick aside here before we get into I think I found this out about 10 days ago. I forgot to mention it last week when we talked.
Okay.
So for those of you who have been wondering how Pedro Pascal got the role of Mr. Fantastic when it probably should have gone to John Krasinski, well, apparently we're finding out now that Reed Richards is not the leader of the Fantastic Four. It's Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Pedro Pascal was not the first choice to play Reed Richards.
Oh.
Apparently, the script went through the hands of multiple male actors. And when they read the script, they said, nope, I'm not getting cucked.
Good for them.
including John Krasinski.
As he shouldn't.
Yep.
Because, he played Jack Ryan. So, yeah, now.
Yep. And he was the runner-up to Captain America.
Oh, did not know that.
Yep, he was a runner-up to Chris Evans.
Right on.
So just think there's a world where John Krasinski played Captain America.
Jeez.
Which means we didn't get that. We would have in that universe. We don't get that great scene from Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's true. Yeah. Not glad it didn't happen. Holy shit.
Avengers, flame on. Excuse me.
He's gonna say it. He's gonna say the thing.
He's gonna say it.
All right, locked, cocked, and loaded, sir.
Oh, those are words that should never be said with Buff Bagwell is involved.
True.
I gotta get it. All right, so the match we were watching this week, another one considered one of the worst matches of all time, and I actually watched it this afternoon. I'm like, I don't remember this match being that bad. And then I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty fucking bad. I'm like,
Booker
this
did
is
his best.
I think, well, yeah, Booker. You can tell Booker has 4 months of ring rust.
Yes.
First, I'm gonna get into. So this was Monday Night Raw. So you can find this. You look for it. Just look for Booker T versus Buff Bagwell. It'll be Raw is War 2001.
The channel, if you want to search for the channel, it would be WWF Attitude Videos 2 would be the channel name.
And because of us now, his channel's been taken down, so he'll be on WWF Attitude Videos 3. So I don't think WWE is trying to keep anyone from showing this match.
That's true. I mean, I was gonna say, man, you've got it in with them. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I know. So yeah, it's from the Raw is War. Is from the July 2nd, 2001 Raw is War. This closed the show. Get ready as I run down. This is from the Tacoma. I could go off so much here. Was it the week before they were in Atlanta, Georgia?
I think it was.
They should have. Why didn't they do this fucking match in Atlanta, Georgia? From the Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington. The only way you could have gotten farther from Atlanta is if you went to Alaska. I mean, now as I run down this card, though, get ready. This is 2001, the greatest roster in the history of professional wrestling.
Easily.
Undertaker beat Albert. Undertaker opened the fucking show against Prince Albert. Undertaker defeated Albert by DQ. Molly Holly pinned. I didn't read that result before. Molly Holly pinned Crash Holly.
The super heavyweight.
Yeah. Tajiri defeated Scotty 2 Hotty. Chris Jericho won a handicap tag team match against the Dudleys.
Wow.
X-Pac defeated Christian. Rhino defeated Test. Lita and Matt Hardy defeated Big Show and Trish. And then this was the main event. Notice I went down that whole lineup and did not mention Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, The Rock, who probably was just about to be on his way back from filming The Scorpion King, which they're rebooting, by the way.
Oh, God help us.
They're rebooting The Scorpion King. Oh, and Dwayne is producing it.
Of course he is.
All right, so they decided to close this Tacoma, Washington show with a WCW championship match. Booker T defended his championship that he had beaten Scott Steiner for on the last Nitro back in, what was that, March?
Yes.
Booker has 2 belts. He's the United States champion and he's the WCW champion. So we're at 0. And we're going to hit play here. If you have that queued up, we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, and play.
TNN.
Nice. Can you believe that the reason that we didn't get a WCW show is because a TNN told Vince you can't have a wrestling show on another channel?
Bitches. Fuck TNN.
Would you like how they changed the lighting all around? They dimmed the oh, look, the highlight of the match.
Hello there.
Stacy Keibler was the ring announcer.
My goodness.
Like how they dim the back of the arena to make it look like it was a WCW. And Nick Patrick as your referee. Wow, I mean this is like the most WCW magic. Arn Anderson and Scott Hudson on commentary.
Wow. Boy, oh boy.
That's another thing. How did Scott Hudson become a commentator?
That's a great question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that one. God, I remember him hanging around on Worldwide, and
yeah, that was the Tony Schiavone said he was a group of fans that used to be on Worldwide, and they used to do a real like when the tag team of Mark Canterbury and Shanghai Pierce used to wrestle as a double underhook DDT there by Buff. All right, so we're starting off well. He went for 2 pins in a row.
I just have to point out, I am a huge fan of that sign that was just up there down in front. WCD's nuts. That's great. Bam.
All right, nice kick there with that wasn't the Harlem side kick. That was just
it was one of his signature kicks that you can see Trick Williams. By the way, now that it just hit me. How about Trick Williams busting out the capoeira moves tonight?
Oh. Right. See, right, that Buff kind of screwed that up, that face plant, and then he did a swinging net breaker there. I just noticed here, Buff's kind of got a gut.
He's got a gut in that hairline, bro. Holy fuck. Wow.
He still has he's got abs on the gut. He's kind of looking like Scott Norton here a little bit.
Yeah, kind of a bit of a dad bod rock in there.
Yeah, should have gone with the singlet, Buff.
Right?
I'll wait till we get to the rest move before I continue about Scott Hudson here.
Dude, he's gassed. Holy shit.
The suplex here.
Look at him sucking wind.
Yeah, the crowd, when I was watching, so look, the crowd isn't even paying attention, and they're about to, hey, here we go. So now, here's a rest hold. The crowd, they're about to lose the crowd. Yeah, Scott Hudson used to be part of this group, according to Tony Schiavone, when Shanghai Pierce and Mean Mark Canterbury used to wrestle. By the way, Mean Mark Canterbury and Shanghai Pierce became the Godwins. Yeah. They used to cheer when Mark Canterbury was in the ring, and then they would sit on their hands and sit silent when Shanghai Pierce was in the ring. Like not showing much love for Phineas Godwin there.
No. Not until Naked Midian, I guess.
Naked Midian. There it is. A rest hold now. Booker's in a rest hold. It's so boring in the ring, we're going to cut to the commentary.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, watch Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick. That's the first time you notice he's messing with his earpiece.
Yeah.
So he must be getting audibles called to him from the back because they totally underestimated the audience's reaction to this match. But what do you expect when you're telling people this product is shit for 5 years and now you're trying to make them eat it up?
Correct. Yes. Yep. You hit the nail right on the head there, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
What really did we get out? Did they get out of WCW?
The
There, right there.
library.
That's it. Right there. Right there. The crowd was already chanting, "This match sucks," and then Buff just went, "Shut up!" and they started booing him, and now they've completely lost the crowd.
Yep, signs are up.
Yep. They've completely lost the crowd at this point.
Jesus.
All right, reversal. There's the Harlem side.
There we go. Turn it up, Book.
Yeah, Book is trying to save this match, but I bet he makes a couple mistakes here. Notice there's Nick Patrick playing with the earpiece again.
Jesus. Two. Yeah.
Another Harlem side kick. Or that's the axe kick, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Spin-a-rooney and no reaction from the crowd. And that's why Nick Patrick was playing with the earpiece, because Vince was telling him, "Oh, I'm sending down real wrestlers to save this match."
Wow.
Steve Austin with 2 knee braces, the jorts and the black t-shirt, Kurt Angle in the warm-up pants.
Is he wearing Air Maxes? Yeah, he is. Nice.
Yeah, I really thought that Buff Bagwell was going to align himself with Steve Austin and Kurt Angle here when I was watching this for the first time.
Yeah. Wow.
No, do notice though that Austin and Angle are completely ignoring Buff Bagwell.
Yes. Not even acknowledging his presence there. That is hysterical.
Buff's like cheering him on, and Austin's not even looking at him.
Yeah. Can't even be bothered. Wow. That was rough. Patrick Ewing jersey. That was rough. Hey, Shane 316. Right on.
Shane 316.
Hell yeah. And
that's amazing. In a span of 10 minutes, Vince McMahon went from realizing I have a second promotion to no, I just have another bunch of wrestlers.
And this would be the last time that we see Buff Bagwell on WWE television, correct?
Yes, because then they brought all the WCW wrestlers up to Stanford to have them re-taught how to wrestle by Terry Funk. Buff thought he was too big for it, and he got knocked out by Hurricane Helms
with a soda can,
and then found himself released at lunchtime.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like some of the fuckery he was pulling backstage at WCW towards the end days. I do recall towards the end, he and Lex Luger just bolted. They just walked right out on a TV taping.
Yep, I remember that. Wait, watch this. Oh,
uh-oh.
Look at Angle's like, who is this? Angle's like, who is this fucking guy?
Jesus Christ.
Now remember, this is all an audible on the fly, because this like I said, this was not supposed to happen.
And out you go.
And out he goes with Booker T. And there's the logo.
Reminds you of Bobby Heenan getting thrown into the garbage there.
Oh my God! No! Not he didn't get thrown in the garbage. He got thrown out into the street by Gorilla.
That's right.
Gorilla threw his luggage, and it wasn't zipped closed, and his luggage all his contents of the luggage were spilled all over the street.
I was thinking of Bischoff. That's right. Woof.
Eric Bischoff, you're fired. Take out the trash. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Sheesh. Yeah, that was rough. They yeah, they were sucking wind.
Where is the WCW live? There's a WCW vault. Yeah, it was. Whew. Yeah, they were sucking wind, as you said.
Jesus. Yeah, you got me curious now. Wonder what's on the vault.
Slamboree 94.
Nice. Okay. I am there. Yeah, they just put up the Bash 95 2 days ago. I put it on as I went to sleep. Oh, that's right. Oh, they got. Wait, is this Slamboree 94?
Yeah, it just came up, said Slamboree 94.
Nice. Okay. Right on. Yeah, we got Night of Champions coming. So apparently there was talk earlier in the week whether the show was still going to go on. We're getting the damn show.
Oh, because we got a ceasefire.
We did get a ceasefire. And Dad almost turned the car around and threatened the children there.
Let me. Well, we lost one match.
We did.
But is he really hurt?
Dom?
Is Dom really hurt, or do you think that either Dom or AJ, because it's voluntary to go over to do that show?
Oh, I thought they did away with that, but I was under the impression it was a legit injury. I guess it was his ribs.
Okay. I was thinking that maybe either AJ or Dom went to them and said, "Look, I don't want to go over there."
Ah. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors floating around about AJ that I guess his contract is almost up, and I guess the reason Will Ostrich is keeps bringing up AJ Styles is that AJ might be heading down to your palace over there, buddy.
I know he'll fit in right here with the rest of the crickets. That would be something interesting if AJ went to AEW and then showed up in TNA.
Oh yeah,
and then did a crossover with NXT. It'd be like Rick Rude showing up on 3 shows in 1 week.
True. Yes. Rude's the man.
All right, so they have 5 matches listed. They have Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross listed as one of the matches.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know if I believe that. I wonder if that's a mistake they have here on Wikipedia. If it is, though, like I said, you and me agree Karrion Kross should go over.
Correct. Yes, sir.
All right. They also have Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley in a street fight.
Oh, it's a street fight. Okay, awesome.
Rhea.
As much as I want to say Raquel, you are probably correct. It will be Rhea.
Okay. Jacob and Solo. We talked about that one. We think there'll be some shenanigans and Solo becomes the U.S. champion.
Probably. I don't want it to happen, but they don't book it for me. So yeah, and new.
All right. Now this one you have to think. You got to think in advance here.
Yes.
You got Randy and Cody, and you've got Asuka and Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that the winner of these 2 matches will face whoever is a champion at WrestleMania, or I'm sorry, at SummerSlam. Boy, Jade seems like she's going to win Queen of the Ring. You want to set up something huge for SummerSlam? You have Jade and then sometime between now and SummerSlam, you have Naomi cash in.
Oh.
And then get Naomi and Jade round 2 at SummerSlam.
Oh my, I never even thought of that. I was sitting here thinking it was going to be Asuka and Io the whole time.
Oh, they could do that too. I mean,
Yeah.
and granted, Tiffany Stratton is wrestling Nia Jax in a last woman standing match.
That is true. Yes, this Friday.
And that is very stupid to put yourself at risk
Yes.
with a Money in the Bank briefcase out there with a match that you could end up unconscious in at some point.
My goodness, that you know what? That thought didn't even occur to me.
So I'm going with Jade. So you were thinking Asuka.
I was, yes, just
Okay.
like Asuka's due. She's coming back from the injury. She's too good to be held down. We get some fresh blood in that Raw women's division there. Plus, former stablemates, and you had the interaction, which I know I'm falling right into the trap. You see it right before your eyes, but don't trust everything you see. I don't know. I just feel like it's Asuka's time.
Queen Asuka. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton plays bridesmaid for the second year in a row.
Yeah. Yes, he's repenting for his prior sins of many years ago. But the stars are just completely aligned for Cody to get back at John Cena. So QB1 takes the crown.
Yeah, I say Cody faces John Cena. Cody gets the belt back, and then you got 4 months for John Cena to redeem himself.
Yes. And I'm really looking forward to that redemption arc. I just have a feeling that they're cooking up something extra special, and it's going to be one for the ages. So I'm really looking forward to the back half of John Cena's retirement run.
And speaking of John Cena,
Yes.
So after he hit R-Truth with a title belt, and CM Punk proceeded to make the save with his CM Punk just doesn't cut off the sleeves of his shirt. He cuts off like enough to show off those Death Star deltoids.
Yes. Yes. I applaud the move.
So Punk tries to make the save, and Punk ends up going through the Slim Jim table. I would like to point out we're not getting any money from Slim Jim to say that.
Correct.
And then John Cena perches himself on the top rope, and I hear these words start coming out of his mouth.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me get the right part here. I cut off the top there. Hold on, now I can see it. As you lay there in your most uncomfortable, I hope you can listen. I hope you can digest, because before I leave here in 6 months with that WWE Championship, I got a whole lot of stuff to get off my chest. And I'm like, I think I've heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
First things first, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I like you. I like you more than anyone I've ever shared a locker room with, that's for sure. I hate the idea that you're the best in the world, because you're not. Because I'm the greatest of all time. And then they cheered him when he said that. You're better at me in one thing. You're the best bullshitter in the world. Oh no, kiddos. John Cena just dropped a curse word. That means the show is completely off the rails. Hey, Stu, shoot this. I'm breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, and then going into this. I'm just trying to hit the highlights of this, or else we'll.
Oh, don't forget his shout outs.
How much is this? Well, I'm getting to that right now. I guess we have enough time. I could go through my. Haha, the truth is, Punk, I'm jealous of you. I'm jealous that you have conned these people into believing this myth that you're the best in the world. They chant for you. Hell, they sing to you. They don't even believe a goddamn word you say because you change your values more than I change my T-shirts. That was a good line.
That was.
You're just a loudmouth opportunist who will step on the necks of people who actually work hard if it gets you ahead. Where's another camera? Hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Nick Namath. Hey, Matt Cardona. How you guys doing? Now, are you the one who texted me the theory about that?
That was actually Sarge, and I kind of fed into it. Yeah.
Okay. The theory is he chose those. Now, those are legitimate friends of John Cena. But apparently the rumor is he chose those names because Claudio Castagnoli, CC for Colt Cabana, and then Nick Namath and Matt Cardona, Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple guys that Mr. Brooks ran afoul, though he didn't work a Kenny Omega in there.
That is true. And ever the opportunist, Matt Cardona has completely capitalized on this. He's got T-shirts out and everything already.
Yeah. Of course. Okay, then he taps the microphone. Oh, yeah, we're still on, baby. Ha. He's heating up. He's on fire, and there's nobody back there who's going to cut my mic to save your ass because I'm your only friend. Remember who gave you the stage for your pipe bomb, pal? What have you done with it since then, huh? You just regurgitate it. The same 5 microphone moves of doom. Your promo potato salad, pal. Hey, you're no longer the voice of the voiceless. You're a friggin' millionaire despite yourself. You're not a punk. You're a capitalist. You're not against TKO, dude. You're Mr. TKO because they knock your balls technically off your body. Your tweets are strong, but your actions are weak. And in Saudi Arabia, you're going to face some loud music as I prove to the world that each and every day, in and day out, no days off for 25 years, I have been the greatest of all time. Every time he says greatest of all time, he gets a pop.
Yes, he does.
See, he acknowledges. See, they know, and they know that you were the best in the world for 7 minutes 14 years ago. And if after Night of Champions you're still delusional enough to believe that you're the best in the world, well, I guess it's a small world after all. You're welcome, Grand Rapids. Bring your A game to Night of Champions because, as you can tell, if this building in Grand Rapids is an indication, the mood is starting to change. Now, it's fine. I'm going to do more damage. I'm not going to do more damage because the referee, Daphne LaShawn, was in there trying to break things up. He needs to rest up. Big champion match ahead of him. Ain't that right? The best in the world gets a good shot against the greatest of all time for the most coveted prize in sports entertainment, the WWE Undisputed Championship. I know you will sing. I know you will chant, but I know that you idiots are smart enough to see the truth. The champ is here. Hey, USA, you can keep the extra 2.5 minutes. I don't need a bomb. Elvis has left the mother fudging building. Thanks for letting me rip off your promo and make you look even more foolish. 6.8 user rating on Cage Match.
What? Come on.
Granted, it had 10 times more votes than the Toni Storm promo, which for some reason got a 9.
Oh my God. The fuck? Jesus Christ. That's a goddamn joke. That was, come on. I mean, for Cena to hit the reverse Uno card basically on CM Punk with the pipe bomb and make it his own. How is that not, like, come on. He had that crowd in his fucking hands. My God in heaven. You've got to be kidding me.
By the way, don't want to derail the conversation, but if you still have the WCW vault on,
I actually don't.
I was going to say you are missing Goldust versus Doink the Clown.
I'm on it now. Got it. Big Josh
and
Dustin
Rhodes.
That's Bunkhouse Buck.
Oh, it is Bunkhouse Buck.
Yep.
Okay, I thought that was Big Josh. Okay, it's Bunkhouse Buck. My bad. I thought it was Big Josh. which I thought would be funny if it was Goldust versus Doink the Clown. By the way, the referee, Nick Patrick.
Nice.
WCW only has one referee.
Yeah, it's Colonel Rob Parker patrolling the outside as well, too.
I felt like they could have gotten more out of him as Tennessee Lee when he came over to WWE.
I agree completely. Dropped ball, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that was so. Yeah, that he took the pipe bomb, which everyone considers the greatest promo of all time, and he flipped the script on Punk. And if that was the go home show, by the law of averages, that means Punk is going to win the title.
Ugh, no.
But we have one more show before Saturday.
Yes, we do.
So I'm assuming Punk is going to give John Cena a beating this Friday.
He has to. He'll definitely be in the house because it will be in KSA. So, I mean, yeah, he's due. Is that straw hat guy in the front there?
Yes, it is.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's over here at WCW at 1990. Well, that's about his time period.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, John Cena drops that promo, and then the next night, everyone talks about this Toni Storm promo, where she is standing on the stage in the dark, dressed like Carmen Sandiego.
Dear God.
So with my scratchy throat, let me try to do my best Mae West impersonation.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Mercedes Moné, I am disappointed. Oh, God, I sound more like Palpatine. Mercedes Moné, I am disappointed in you.
Good.
Unlimited power.
Toni Storm is back. We don't know how, but she's back.
This battle station is fully operational. All right, I can't do it. All right, I'll do. Mercedes Moné, I am disappointed in you. 3 weeks ago, you shook my hand and said we would have the biggest women's match of all time, and since then, you've been eating steak, playing on your telephone, and trying to kiss me, and now you are still in Mexico because you've won yet another title. Is that all I am to you? Is that all this is to you? Another trophy on your shelf, another toy for your collection. And I want to say this as nicely as possible, Mercedes. I am not some other motherfucker.
Ooh.
I am timeless Toni. I'm timeless Toni Storm. And I am the AEW Women's World Champion. And if you make one false move, I'm going to eat you alive. I demand your best, Mercedes, because that is what you are. One day my reign will be over, and there is nobody more deserving than you. The day I met you, I knew what you were destined to be. You were the first woman to wrestle at Madison Square Garden, the Tokyo Dome, Wembley Stadium, and Arena, Mexico. But I was the last woman to wrestle at the Wodongo Sports and Leisure Center before it was shut down due to a cockroach infestation. What the fuck is going on, man?
Well, yeah, I am lost.
There's a note on Cage Match, but I'm not on Cage Match. I just have the document, so I can't even check the note. But
Yeah.
I sincerely believe you are the greatest of all time, and I am not, nor was I ever meant to be. I am manic, neurotic, erotic, sexually questionable, consistently sweating, bottom-heavy, transatlantic whore. And when this belt is in my bosom, I make magic happen. So unless you plan on pulling a rabbit from your snatch, I hardly doubt you can say the same. So at all in front of the entire world and that little girl watching from home, you will look me in the eye and realize that I'm going to have to beat you, and you're going to have to kill me.
Tits out, Tony. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's a 9 because we dropped the word mother. Well, John Cena dropped mother fudging.
Right, yeah.
He was past the watershed at that point. He could have probably dropped the F-bomb and no one would have cared.
And she did say snatch.
She did say
Yeah.
she did string together some weird things, but I wasn't,
Yeah.
I didn't watch it for a day or two,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone kept talking about it, and I watched it, and I was like, so I don't know, maybe it was the fact that people were like, oh, this is like the greatest promo of all time, and then I watched it, and I was like, I think they just built it up too much.
Sure. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like anything it's gonna, fucking break the walls down, so to speak. I think the only thing that could have done it, maybe with our, with your impersonations, maybe we could have got a Bane one in there. Mercedes Monet.
Yeah, I'd say I
Yeah.
was sounding a little bit more. I sound more like Bait.
Yeah. Like, holy shit.
Mercedes Monet, where did you hide the weapons?
Is my belt just going to be in your collection?
Mercedes Monet, you were adopted by the darkness. I was born in it. And then when I have destroyed Gotham City, you have my permission to die.
Boom. You wrestled Madison Square Garden. I shared a bathtub with Blake Monroe. The fuck?
Can't we all just share a bathtub with Blake?
Right? That's what I'm
we
saying.
got, you know what? We got no Blake Monroe tonight. Did you realize that?
I realized that, and I'm highly offended by this. Yes. Just because they put Fallon Henley in my face, they think everything's fine.
Yeah, now I want to do random. That's who I want to do random lines of this, like from. So unless you plan on pulling a rabbit out from your snatch, I hardly doubt you can say the same.
It just hits better. See, now it's a 9. I get it now.
Nah. You were the first woman to wrestle Madison Square Garden, the Tokyo Dome, Wembley Stadium, and Arena, Mexico. I was the last woman to wrestle at the Wodonga Sports and Leisure Center before it was shut down by a cockroach infestation.
See? Now it's a 9. Now we're cooking.
Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger? Where is it?
Man. I think for Halloween we have to do like a Bane and Batman podcast, man. Just 90 minutes of us doing fucking Batman voices.
You're gonna have me here 90 minutes doing Bane for 90 minutes. I'll just put the mask on.
Tremendous.
You will look me in the eye and realize that I am going to have to beat you, and you, Batman, are going to have to kill me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh. Speaking of DC Comics, no, I don't want to talk about the lunatic that they hired to be
thank God.
comic right now. I want to talk about how they lowered the projections for Superman.
Yeah, how about that shit? Oh, good Lord. This movie is going to bomb at the box office.
And again, Jennifer and I were in the car today, and we were listening to Howard Stern.
Nice.
And he had James Gunn on. And again, James Gunn was talking about the Kents. And he's like, the Kents, he goes, usually they get, famous Hollywood actors to play the Kents with these perfect California accents. He goes, I based the Kents off real people that I knew growing up in Missouri that were actual farmers. Again, James Gunn, everything that James Gunn talks about, he's talking about himself.
What the fuck are we even doing?
Go out and talk about Superman.
London has fallen. Yeah. Wow. Dude. DC's fucked. They're absolutely, we're finally getting a Batman 2 script. I fear for it. I fear for it with every ounce of my being, bro. Like,
oh my God, that is James Gunn's worst nightmare that they're getting. If they submit the Batman 2 script and Superman fails, he is. What do they do? Does Zaslav shelve Supergirl?
I say yes. I don't think he's going to have a choice at that point. And I remember sending you this, and I took such joy in it that they actually slashed his salary, rightfully so. He's a fucking idiot. Well documented. You don't again use Google as your friend here, but yeah, absolutely. If this fails, we're not going to see Supergirl at all. It's going to go by the wayside, just like Batgirl. It'll be hanging out in the fucking archives, being examined by top men.
Are you familiar with the script for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow?
I am not. I'm afraid.
So it is based on a comic book written by Tom King.
Okay.
Tom King is credited as a co-writer for the script for the movie. So it is about a girl who recruits Supergirl to go to an alien world to find the alien outlaw who killed her father.
So she's a bounty hunter.
Does this sound familiar to you?
It does. It kind of sounds like The Last Starfighter in a sense.
It should sound familiar to you because this movie has been made twice.
Fuck.
Once starring John Wayne.
True Grit.
And a second time starring Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Mrs. Josh Allen, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, Barry Pepper. That was an all-star cast, by the way. In that
yes,
movie.
it was.
I don't know how the hell the Coen brothers can afford a cast like that. But yeah, it's True Grit.
Yep.
It's True Grit in space, and the role of LaBouffe, who's played by Glenn Campbell in the original, and Matt Damon in the reimagine. I wouldn't even call it a remake. It's like a reimagining because it sticks more to the story of the book. The way she loses her arm and LaBouffe doesn't get killed. The role of LaBouffe is going to be played by Lobo.
Ooh.
Who's going to be played by Jason Momoa.
I was just going to say, I dig that.
Yep. Yeah, just think, if they shelve it, we're going to be denied Jason Momoa Lobo.
Fuck.
Just like Batgirl, we were denied Michael Keaton Batman.
Right. Oh, man. Shit.
Instead we got him in the
Flash. Great. Fuck. Oh, man. I hate DC. God damn it. It was funny because you mentioned about LaBouffe, and the first thing that came to my mind was Boof, which made me think, we never got a remake of Teen Wolf.
Oh, no, we did.
We did?
The TV show.
Oh, shit, that's right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, starring the man, co-starring the man who would become Superman.
Right. Okay. Shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Tyler Hoechlin was a good Superman.
Yeah, no complaints.
Think about it. Have we ever had a bad Superman on television?
No, we have not. Not that I could think of. Dean Cain was awesome.
Arguably, if you think about it, I don't think we've had a bad Superman in the movies either.
Brandon Routh got hosed. And it was nice to see the redemption later. Years later, people started to appreciate his performance. But I'm going to have to agree with you. I cannot think of a bad Superman.
Right, yeah. Christopher Reeve was good.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh. It's not Brandon Routh's fault he was hampered by a terrible script.
Correct. Yes.
Especially now that years later it's come out that Bryan Singer would disappear from the sets of movies he was making for days at a time. doing God knows what with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, what is that? We'll keep that locked away.
Yeah, you can go down that rabbit hole on your own.
Yeah, have fun with that.
And that is a literal rabbit hole. You pull that rabbit out of there. Hey, I was saving that for later.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Cavill, and Cavill again. Cavill was a great Superman.
Yes.
And he was wasted, and he got wasted on terrible scripts.
Yeah, I really hate what they did to Henry Cavill. Those bastards should burn for that. Even with The Witcher, like just absolute fucking hose job. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, they're spending all this time. There's, I think we talked about this before. Jeff Bezos posted on X. Notice they haven't said anything more about James Bond since they bought it.
Not a word.
Not a word, because Jeff Bezos posted, "Who do you want to play Bond?" And he was literally spammed with GIFs and pictures of Henry Cavill.
That's excellent.
So, I'm just trying to get my perspective here together with WCW, and this was Slamboree. This is right before Hogan showed up, right?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, we even got a shot of the hotline there. Number no longer in service.
Number. Poor Gene, he can't collect money from the grave.
No. This guy's mustache is legendary. Look at this thing.
Is that Nick Bockwinkel?
It is Nick Bockwinkel. That is tremendous.
Yeah, and that's isn't that a Crockett on the right there? Yeah.
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, yeah, David, I believe.
David Crockett. Yeah.
Yep.
Woo! This isn't the match with Sting and Ric Flair, is it?
I'm trying to remember Slamboree 94.
Because Hogan is there, if it is, to unify the title. Oh yeah, okay, yep. Hogan is already there. Hogan is already signed. Yep. Yeah, this is the match to unify the title where Sherry interferes.
I'm trying to remember. Wait, Slamboree 94.
She comes out wearing the Sting face paint and then turns on Sting.
Didn't Sting fight Vader in this one?
Well, let's see here, because Sting's about to come out, right? If this is Sting.
Yeah, I thought it was Sting and Vader in this.
Oh no, this is something different then. All right.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, they must already because they've got signs in the crowd referencing Hulk Hogan, so they must already be teasing Hogan.
What? Wait, that is Colonel Parker back. Okay.
Well, this must be the main event. They've got Michael Buffer there.
Yeah, Flair's definitely holding the
international title.
I think Sting had the international title around this time.
Oh, Barry Windham.
Nice. Okay. All right. Flair. Yeah. Sting had the international at this time. Or the international was vacant at this time, and then Sting won it. Yeah.
Okay. They have the unification match.
Yes.
With where Sherry interferes, and
yes, that's the one.
And then Hogan comes out,
and we're off to the races there.
Just think here. So Barry Windham here. literally a year from him coming out here during this match,
Yeah.
he's gonna be back in WWF as the Stalker.
The Stalker, holy shit.
Stalker. Oh my god.
Oof. The Widowmaker.
The
Holy
Widow-
shit.
Bruce Pritchard was pissed that because he wanted to make a character, the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Make like a wrestler that with that name, and they gave it to Barry Windham, and then he left after 3 months.
Yeah, it was a very brief stay.
Yeah, Bruce was pissed that they wasted that gimmick on Barry Windham.
Oh man. Holy shit.
So we'll have to see how Night of Champions. Oh, we've got other news we need to talk about.
Oh?
Christoph Porzingis
Holy shit. Fire sale.
is no longer a Celtic.
No. My God. And not only that, but that was the heist of the century, sending Drew Holiday to Portland for fucking Anthony Simons. Holy shit.
And Kevin Durant is a Houston Rocket.
He is a Houston Rocket. Holy shit. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what Phoenix is going to do with Jalen Green, because he's very ball dominant, and you've already got Devin Booker over there. So, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, what about Mikal Bridges for Jalen Williams?
Ooh.
Or Jalen Green.
That wasn't Bridges there, though? Yeah, well, yeah, he was already in Phoenix previously.
I can go back there again now.
Yeah, go back. Why not?
You can have, then you try that. You can have Green as shooting guard. You can have Brunson running the offense at point.
True. Or go all in and go after Malik Monk. A nice little spark off the bench. That wouldn't be terrible.
Well, we're putting the cart before the horse there, because we need to. We got our game 7, which
Yeah.
I forget what I was watching. I was like, oh, it's game 7. I go, I'll put it on in a few minutes here, and then all of a sudden I got a push notification.
Yeah.
And it said that Therese Halliburton is not returning.
Fucking rough, dude. Absolutely rough. And he was on a tear before the injury, too, and then he got a tear.
They hung in there, though. The Pacers hung in there. They hung in there till the third quarter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were actually up 1 at half, but made you believe a little bit. Awesome season for them, though. You gotta pull for the underdog. And Oklahoma City, these guys are the biggest bunch of cucks I've ever seen win a championship. Did you see the bottles that were not touched in that locker room?
Oh, I did not. I turned it off by then,
bro. There's a video on X. There are bottles upon bottles, untouched. Michelob Ultra, champagne. Alex Caruso had to show them how to pop the champagne bottle. Like, absolutely ridiculous. And then they had their championship parade today. They're, like, you've seen championship parades. Like, the streets are filled. This would maybe half filled. Just absolutely ridiculous. Most undeserving champions ever.
But we had to get a team in Oklahoma City,
right? Should have been fucking Seattle.
Yeah, because they sold out the arena when the Pelicans played there for 1 year.
So terrible. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't wait for Silver to announce the expansion. And Seattle gets a fucking team.
Yeah, they kept a low. Who gets the other team?
My guess would be Las Vegas.
That'll be all 4 of them.
Yep, it makes the most sense.
All right, Las Vegas and Seattle. Okay.
Yeah.
But that SGA, he's something, man.
Yeah, he's a free throw merchant. Yeah, and try to avoid NBA Twitter at all costs, because now there are people out there saying that SGA would cook Michael Jordan, and cocaine's a hell of a drug, kids. Just yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of free throw merchant, do we need to talk about we need to talk about oh, what the heck is her name? Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the most pathetic triple double in the history of basketball.
Oh, this is great. What do you have the stat line by chance?
I have the stat. Actually, I don't have the assists and the rebounds.
Okay.
I'm assuming the rebounds were all offensive rebounds because she was 2 for 7 from the floor.
Oof.
She had a triple double. She was 2 for 7. So where did she get? She only had 4 points. Where did she get the other 7? Where did she get the other points? She was 7 for 7 from the free throw line. She had a triple double with 11 points.
Jesus Christ. Yikes.
The moment I saw that, I realized the triple double is bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's a great call. Yeah.
If you could have a triple double with 11 points, that's trash.
Yes, 100% correct. And you look at Wembanyama with his triple doubles, like he's getting 10 blocks, he's getting 10 assists.
Yeah, he's not even doing it with he's not even doing it with assists. Well, yeah, he's doing it with assists, but he's not even doing it with either rebounds or assists. He's doing it with blocks.
Yeah, that is it. It's freakish.
Triple double with blocks.
Yeah, something we haven't seen in quite a long time, which is excellent. We come from the era where the center was the bee's knees, but no, it's great to see somebody like that coming back.
We come from the era where guys came out of the draft in the top 5 and they were superstars within a year or two.
Exactly.
Like Wembanyama has done. I wonder if Cooper Flagg is going to be able to do that.
That's a great question. Yeah, all signs point to yes, and he's just going to. He's got himself he's lucked into a situation where he's got Kyrie Irving to lean on. He's got Anthony Davis to lean on. He's got Jason Kidd, Klay Thompson. The sky's the limit for this kid, man. I really can't wait to see him play. Everyone was bashing Dallas, and rightfully so, but for them to luck into Cooper Flagg after trading away Luka Doncic, holy shit, man, just absolutely awesome.
Well, that's interesting. I'd like to see. I don't want to really compare Cooper Flagg to Larry Bird. I'm trying to think of another player who's comparable, like, who was a success in the NBA.
Dirk.
Okay, all right, yeah. Is Cooper Flagg going to be the next Dirk Nowitzki? Or is he going to be the next Christian Laettner?
Ooh, I like Laettner. I'm like one of the few who likes Christian Laettner.
I do like Laettner. I do like Laettner too, but Laettner had a decent career. I mean,
he did.
Yeah, he ended up traveling to a couple different teams, but
yeah, and arguably the greatest college basketball player of all time. But
right.
And I mean, he's got a 30 for 30 doc about him. So I mean,
that is a great 30 for 30.
It's excellent. Yes.
Doc, if you have ESPN Plus or Hulu, go find I Hate Christian Laettner. It is excellent. Oh yeah, and he came into the league and everyone was mad at him because he got a spot on the dream team. I remember that.
Yep. Holy shit. I mean, he rightfully so, though. I mean, he had the accomplishments. It just made the most sense. But could you imagine? But with that draft year, you had Christian Laettner, you had Alonzo Mourning, you had Diesel, who was the number 1 pick. I mean, imagine Shaquille O'Neal with Patrick Ewing and David Robinson on that U.S. basketball team. Holy Christ.
Skinny Shaq.
Yes, we're talking. He runs like a gazelle on the floor, Shaq. Like, holy shit.
He had muscles.
Yeah. Everyone's very familiar with that LA Lakers Shaq, but I'll tell you what, man. Like, and I was in Orlando to see Shaq with the Magic. Dude, it was fucking impressive.
And he was still breaking backboards.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
as Flair puts the figure 4 leg lock here on Barry Windham.
Woo!
Oh,
I love it.
wild week. When is the draft?
Tomorrow.
I was just saying wild week in the NBA, and it's just going to get wilder tomorrow.
Exactly, because word on the street is Boston may not be done. There's actually teams that have been calling about Jaylen Brown.
Oh
So
my God!
they might not be done.
So they are tanking next year. So Tatum is not coming back next year.
Probably not. No, given the severity of that injury and plus the turnaround time it takes, and Boston is well over the threshold as far as like luxury and salary cap goes. So they need to find something to make it work.
Who was the third Achilles injury that you guys were talking about?
Oh, it was Halliburton, it was Tatum, and it was Dame Lillard in the first round.
That's right. God, Damian Lillard. Oh yeah.
And they all wore the
wear
number 0. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor or anything. Oh wait, I am a doctor.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a doctor, and I know how human growth hormone works. And human growth hormone does make tendons and ligaments grow, but the other stuff does not make tendons and ligaments grow. And that's 3 tendon tears by 3 guys who are in decent shape.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, man.
Yeah.
Are those samples being tested, Adam Silver?
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably.
And now you've got everyone up in arms. You should shorten the season, shorten the playoffs. Ooh.
Oh my God. Yeah. Make it like the bubble.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
No, shorten the season. How many teams get into the play? Oh yeah, let me count real quick. How many teams get into it? 6, 4, it's 10. Why don't 14 teams get into the playoffs? Let's have 14 teams in the playoffs. Well, you know what? Just put everyone in the playoffs.
Why not? Yeah, exactly.
Start the season in the playoff.
Now, I remember back in the day, the first round of the playoffs was a best of 5, and then it went to best of 7. You want to go back to that? I've got no problem with it.
I remember complaining that in baseball that when they introduced that wild card round, it was 5 games, and I was like, oh, it should be a 7-game series to better determine, because the Yankees kept losing those 5-game series. Then I learned that not only the ALCS used to be a 3-game series, and then it used to be a 5-game series, and then it became a same. So when I found that, I was like, oh, okay, oh yeah, you can keep that. You can keep that as a 5-game series.
Sure,
that makes sense then. Okay, but that first round was a 5-game series. Yep. And when you have a 5-game series, the best team doesn't always win.
Correct. Absolutely correct. And plus, you've got your, your TV contracts now. They're going to be pissing and moaning if you go to change something like that. It's just not going to fly. So,
right. The draft is you said the draft is this week. Is Flair bleeding?
Negative.
I thought I saw blood in the ring. Yeah, the draft is this week. Preseason basically begins in 6 weeks.
Thank fucking God. I can't wait.
Preseason of basketball, not preseason of football.
Oh shit, never mind.
Yeah. Preseason of basketball begins. It's the playoffs. They just had the NBA finals, and NBA preseason begins in 6 weeks.
I don't know, man. I love Summer League in July. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos that will actually sit and watch as many games as I possibly can.
The G League.
I love Summer League because you get to see the new rookies, and you see the second, third, fourth year players trying to hone their craft a little more. So it's pretty cool. I really dig the Summer League.
Yeah, let's see if Bronny even finds a craft this summer. So. Oh man, wild stuff.
Oh yeah.
So any closing thoughts there?
I
Main event.
actually do. I want to say thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. You know, we appreciate you. One thing that I will not stand for and do not stand for is online bullying. Um, if you see someone bullying, just fucking call them out. Especially when they really have no room to talk about anybody. Um, it just pisses me the fuck off. I hate bullying. That you know. Um, Something there was something in the news there on X. You know, someone was bullied and they ended up unaliving themselves, and it just sent me over the fucking edge. So if you're an online bully, go fuck yourself. Um, just don't do it, man. Just be a fucking solid human being for once in your pathetic, miserable, ugly life. Hit the gym. You might feel better about yourself. And make sure you re-rack your weight, you fucking pussy. So, with that being said, Main Event Shane Uso, El Campeon, has just left Joe City, and it's the worst city I've ever been in.
And on behalf of Main Event Shane Uso, this is the Nightmare Doctor and timeless Toni Storm. You motherfucker. You could take that promo and you could go to hell. Straight to hell, baby.
Hell where the darkness is.